God damn it, an entire generation pumping gas, waiting tables, slaves with white collars. Advertising has us chasing cars and clothes, working jobs we hate so we can buy shit we don't need. We're the middle children of history, man. No purpose or place. We have no Great War, no Great Depression. Our Great War is a spiritual war. Our Great Depression is our lives. We've all been raised on television to believe that one day we'd all be millionaires and movie gods and rock stars, but we won't. We're slowly learning that fact. And we're very, very pissed off.
All that glitters is gold, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. When she gets there, she knows if the stores are all closed, with a word she can get what she came for.
Heard you got deported, dude. Bye.
And she's buying a stairway to heaven. There's a sign on the wall, but she wants to be sure, 'cause you know sometimes words have two meanings. In a tree by the brook, there's a songbird who sings. Sometimes all of our thoughts are misgiven.
Why? Because like you fire one shot as a singleton, you better be ready to kill everybody, because gunshots is a fucking dinner bell for psychos. You know what I mean?
And the straw man you tried to build about me, the fraud you tried to build and silence me so you could tell the world that I was that monster? Well, guess what? You failed from keeping the people from me, and they know exactly who I am, and they know my track record, and they know what we stand for, and they know we're bringing the victory.
There's a feeling I get when I look to the west, and my spirit is crying for leaving. In my thoughts I have seen rings of smoke through the trees, and the voices of those who stand looking.
Whoa. I can feel the death and the evil. Makes me sick. I can feel it. Can't you feel it?
And what do you say to Jewish people who may watch this and be utterly horrified by what they're hearing?
They can be horrified. I mean, I was horrified to find that they mass murdered Christians. I was horrified to learn the things that they teach in the Talmud. I was horrified that they think that Jesus is burning in shit in hell. I was horrified that they think that the Virgin Mary is a whore. I was horrified to learn that they think it's okay to steal from Gentiles. I was horrified to hear that there's, two sets of justice. I was horrified to find out that they think it's okay to, gang rape Palestinian prisoners. I was horrified about all those things. And I'm horrified that we're funding a genocide right now. So they can be horrified.
I'm high on 12 Jason Bournes, looking to beat the cum out of a thick, fresh oak. We smoking filtered crack, you stupid piece of shit. I'll fucking kill you. Call that pussy the Matrix, 'cause I'm in this bitch and I can't get out.
If there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't be alone there. It's just a sprinkling for the May Queen. Yes, there are two paths you can go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the road you're on. And it makes me wonder.
I mean, I see people all the time on Twitter and Instagram. People send me clips going, Jones has got to be CIA. You know, how does she know all this decades before?
Your head is humming and it won't go. In case you don't know, the piper's calling you to join him. Dear lady, can you hear the wind blow? And did you know your stairway lies on the whispering wind?
99% of what's going on, you can go out from open source and know it. And that's what's so frustrating. If I can learn all this stuff from the enemy's own admissions, you can know it too. They've said what their plan is in their councils. They've released all the different documents. We know. But people hear me predict it, and they think it's magic when it's not magic. And we have their playbook. We have their program. We have the script of what they're doing. And it is a very horrible place they're taking us. So I suggest we all grow up and admit the real playbook.
You think I just made that up? You think I'm not making jack crap up, okay? I'm not making nothing up.
I got the blueprints. You can have the blueprints. And our hardcore viewers and listeners, they stood with us through the thick and thin, and we turned the tide. And now we're dominating everywhere. You are the bad people. You are the globalists. You are connected to the New World Order and all of its crimes and what it's done. You support this rotting, collapsing globalist edifice. And your whole facade is fallen.
And she's buying a stairway to heaven.
And I am just so incredibly blessed and honored to be here victorious.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to you live from the basement of Comet Ping Pong. We are trapped inside a kill room. Please, if anyone hears us, get a hold of our families. We are locked inside. There's not even a handle. There's no way for us to even get out. There's no way for us to even get out. There's not even a handle on the inside of the door. There's some kind of initiation that you have to do to even get down here. It's fucking crazy shit.
If you're hearing this transmission, we're dead. Folks, this is going postal, and we're happy. We're happy to bring you another episode.
This is Chill Sesh number 3. You obviously saw that by the title already. That just means we were completely unprepared. We couldn't do the research to find you another conspiracy. We're good for next week. We got the Manson stuff going next week. We're good.
To be fair, this isn't about us not having a topic. This isn't us about not doing the research. This is about being wronged. But we're not going to get into that. We're not going to discuss that. Some people might find what me and Dylan say a little crazy. But I don't. Whatever, man.
Yeah, our YouTube channel is going near the end. If you haven't followed our Instagram by now or our Patreon, we'll let you know where we're going to post after this. But this channel's dead, guys. I mean, we're fucked.
It's going to go under soon, so stay tuned for the next channel name, I guess. I mean, we're on our second strike, and you know us. We're not stopping anytime soon. we can't be dissuaded. We can't be broken.
We're fighting against the country that was made in 1948, that was created fucking for the purposes of some big boys and the economy.
This is 1776.
This is 1984 going on all around us. If you haven't heard of that book before, we got a fucking.
He's talking about Orwell, folks.
We got a government that has gone amok. They think that we need money. They think that we need the state to have money, but really the money's been around before the state was ever even there. The bartering system has been around. We don't need these people to keep living our lives, and they just look at themselves above us and continue to hold us down. And we're trying to grow. We're trying to expand. We're trying to chill.
He's trying to chill. This is what he says.
I'm trying to expand here. They're trying to keep me from expanding.
Dylan, I couldn't have put it in more eloquent words. Folks, we're here to chill, and yeah, what you said, Dylan. But let's get on to the topic at hand. Let's get on to the recent events. T-Dog, he's in. He's been inaugurated. He didn't put his hand on the Bible. What's that about?
I mean, obviously, that's going to put me in a full-blown paranoid schizophrenic meltdown.
What's that about?
Obviously, that's going to happen with T-Dog not going with the Bible. What are you going to do, you know? I'm doing my best here.
Why does Melania Trump look like Mr. Sinister? It makes no sense.
Why are the first ladies always crazy looking? Why do they always...
I don't think she's crazy looking, but the outfit, it just seemed like it might have been symbolizing something. I don't know. It just seemed a little bit out of the ordinary, I guess.
J.D. Vance, though, seems like almost too perfect. Like, it's his whole family just chilling there, but, like, from what I've seen, I haven't seen anything wrong with him at all. But he's obviously the vice president for Trump, so he could be part of some conspiracy. But, like, what I haven't seen, which is probably what they want. They probably, if I were to go down the conspiracy rabbit hole, they would want just
out of virtue of J.D. Vance being a good guy, Dylan thinks he's a bad man.
What? I mean, have you seen anything wrong with him? He seems pretty chill to me.
No, dude.
Did you watch him on Rogan at all?
J.D. Vance all the way, man. Fuck yeah. I fuck with him.
With Trump pardoning the January 6th people and some of the shit I haven't seen that much negative stuff about. I've only seen like one thing that people were complaining about that he signed as soon as the executive orders. I've only seen positive stuff coming from that on the media, but I also have not been caught up with current events at all. I've kind of been just completely...
We've been grinding.
Yeah.
We've been going hard at our jobs, folks.
As
of you, I bet.
I can't tell you exactly what's going on with the Elon situation, but that whole situation seems like
he's still a little bit scattered about the Elon situation.
It seems like the public's turned on him completely, and I thought that just with the amount of lies that he's told in the past, just as far as like when the Cybertruck's going to come out, he's always just delaying timelines. He's always just hyping shit up. Robo-taxis still haven't come.
Yeah, he's got to act a little bit smarter. He's got to play the Game of Thrones better. They're trying to sink him actively right now. I mean, they're portraying him as a Nazi. I mean, just look at Reddit. Reddit's being filled with weapon-grade propaganda about literally everything's about Elon Musk making the Nazi symbol. They're taking X links off of Reddit. You just can't have X links on Reddit anymore because they think he made a Sieg Heil.
I mean, who doesn't accidentally hail Hitler every once in a while? I verbalize it sometimes. Like in the car, I'm just driving in silence.
This is a comedy podcast.
I'm driving in silence in my car and just accidentally just comes out of nowhere like Asperger's.
It just spews out of me.
What is that? It's not Asperger's. It's what is it where you yell?
Tourette's.
I have Tourette's, but it's just like N-words and never mind.
It's just like that. He's going to leave it at that. That's what you're going to leave it at. That's what he decides is fair.
Yeah, I said N-words, and then whatever I thought of that I decided not to say was worse than N-words. So we're just going to leave it at that, guys.
You guys don't know this man. He's the opposite of racist. That's all I got to say.
And I wish that everyone could just not put a word.
He has a proclivity for black women. Is what I'm trying to say.
I wish that not everyone put that word over. Like, they shouldn't put that word over. They shouldn't let that word have so much power over them. But it's like, I've given up on that completely. I'm not trying to argue. Who's trying to argue for the N-word nowadays? There's like a very small few, like, and you're completely banned off of anything. Like, you could even get banned off of, no, probably not X. Can you get banned off of X for N-words? I'm not on there.
I mean, you surely can't be spewing them out everywhere. I don't know. It's pretty frowned upon nowadays.
Well, you won't get banned if you're a black person, but I'm talking specifically for non.
I'm sure. I'm sure that you can say it on X. You can say anything on X. I've seen a lot of anti-mini people posts on X. So.
I'm not on X, but I see people complaining on Reddit because I get on Reddit, and that's even worse
Reddit's
than
hellish.
X. But
you just get on Reddit because you like your brain to be melted. I do too. Getting on Reddit news, there ain't nothing like it.
I like getting pissed off for some reason. I don't know why. Whenever I get on Reddit, I like search out shit to piss me off, and then I just like close out of the app because I'm pissed. I'm just like, why did I even get on here? But I do it again. Like, I'll do it again the next day.
He goes to the politics subreddit and takes a scroll.
I also go on USPS complaints and just see people complaining about, like, why won't they deliver on my icy roads to get me my package whenever I need it? And just see a bunch of other people who also haven't gotten their packages delivered on time being like, oh my God, these guys are the worst. And I like looking at that and just being like, oh, these people are crazy. And then I have no idea why I do that also. It pisses me off, but it doesn't piss me off enough to get me to stop doing it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they're banking on. That's keeping you there.
I guess because being pissed off is an emotion. It's not good, but it's better than just doing nothing and not looking at my phone, I guess.
It's a form of self-masturbation, I feel like. Oh, yeah, dude, I'm so much smarter than these guys. These guys are a bunch of retards, and whenever you know that Reddit is like 70% bots.
Yeah, it's definitely, there's so many bots on Reddit, and that is why I do it, is to go look at these people and be like, oh my God, I'm so much smarter than these people. These people are imbeciles compared to an intellectual like myself.
I like going on Reddit because it's weapons grade propaganda.
I like seeing that too. It is the worst is whenever it comes to that. And Facebook, it might be bad, but
Facebook's bad.
I don't have that either.
It's also just the grandmas. It's the grandmas.
But it was really bad in the Biden presidency and before the Biden presidency, whenever they're censoring all the Hunter Biden stuff, all the laptop stuff, and
dude,
anything involving election fraud at all was completely censored on Facebook so bad.
But I know if you're a Trump loving boomer right now on Facebook, you're eating this up. Every single post has to be it has to be great for you.
Definitely. I know that they're taking victory laps right now for sure on Facebook. Like, their checkbooks are still fucked. They're in debt to multiple credit card companies, but then they're taking victory laps on Facebook because they're not getting paid enough at all.
It's pretty sweet.
But T-Dog's in office, so everything's all right. He's going to make everything better.
I like seeing it, honestly. Seeing them rally, seeing them fucking take the victory lap. All right.
My sense of people's checkbooks is very bad. I think that, like, over 50% of the population, the United States population, is in debt. I don't know how these numbers are. I'm kind of just spitballing here. But I think that a lot of people are in debt, and people think it's acceptable because everyone else is. Whenever we could be fighting for better pay and better benefits, but instead we're just barely surviving, so we don't fight for any more. We're just barely surviving, and that's all we can focus on.
Dylan, take it easy. Come on now. You're getting too close to the truth.
Well, I'm trying to chill. I'm not trying to get all esoteric here, or what? I guess that's not really the right word, but
he's not trying to bring you down, folks. He's certainly not trying to bring you down, but he is bringing up that you're going to be in crippling debt. You're gonna owe somebody something for the rest of your days if you want something. You want a car? Well, you don't have the money for it, but you certainly can pay me more money if you just pay it over the long run.
College is absolutely...
There was nothing smarter than the guy that came up with financing.
that is what our currency is completely based off of at this point. It's based off of nothing, and it's based off of credit.
If I love something, I don't love anything more than a good sales pitch.
What?
I don't love anything more than a good sales pitch.
I don't put myself in that situation. I shut them down instantly. Have you ever bought a car new before?
No.
Like, or not
Who am I, John D. Rockefeller? Jesus Christ.
Not bought a car new before. I guess I know what cars you bought, and I know that's not true. Going to a dealership, people will go and put themselves in a situation at a dealership where someone just like takes advantage of them, and then they don't fight back at all and just get like, and because they have like a soda machine in their lobby, it just makes it all right.
They have very nice buildings.
This nice man in a red...
And he's going to finance you something. I'm telling you, it's the smartest sales pitch of all time. We're going to get this fucker to pay more for this car because he doesn't have the money yet.
And they can continue to supply more and more loans and continue to inflate our currency more and more. And that... It starts off small, and they start off doing it slowly, and then it just has now gotten to what it is today, where only like 10%, 5% of our money is actually in the bank. The actual cash that we have, there's only 5-10% of it, and then the rest is all loans on top of loans and more loans. Whenever you loan someone else, then that creates more capital that then you can then loan to someone else. And we've just decreased the amount of money that banks are required to have in their facilities. We've continued to decrease it to made the standards completely ridiculous, to where we've seen Silicon Valley Bank just completely collapse whenever we just get a little bit of word that there's a shortage on cash. We just have one word on a shortage on cash that requires some big people to pull all their money out, and then it's completely gone. They're wiped, and all we as taxpayers continue to pay and supply all those bank accounts. We as taxpayers paid for all those bank accounts, supplied the money because of their mismanagement. But imagine whenever that happens on multiple banks all at the same time. We're not going to be able to have the funds because we're already in debt to so much other shit. We as a country have no money.
He's not trying to bring you down, but he's going to go on a long tangent about how you're fucked.
Yeah, I wanted to do a conspiracy about gold and silver and about that part of the market and about how money is worth nothing, but I felt like we couldn't get a whole episode out of it because it's kind of all the same shit we've already talked about. But people don't listen to every episode, so I kind of want to talk about the same things every once in a while because like we honestly don't have that many people listening to every episode.
He's reiterating.
So I guess we could talk about the same things. It just feels weird, but I don't know. What do you think on that?
Talking about the same things?
No, it's just like it'd be weird to talk a whole episode about money and about how the fiat currency is worth nothing. Like I just thought about having a whole episode just about money.
No, we've tried this ground before.
Yeah, we've talked about it on multiple episodes for sure. And it's just
if you want to talk about your silver addiction, that's one thing.
Well, I think that's where the end game is. I think.
He thinks the end game is his silver addiction, folks.
Yeah.
He's gonna start taking the silver pills, the silver fucking drops. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I think the end game is gold and silver, where money is completely worthless. As far as U.S. dollars is worth zero. Like, it's worth as much as paper is to burn it in your fireplace. That's how much it's worth. And we switch to gold and silver and then eventually convert to something else. But this has gotten out of control, folks. I think it's pretty fucked. And
he thinks it's pretty fucked.
Everyone sees it, and the comments on YouTube, I see a lot of other people completely losing their mind. And it's because you've been lied to so much, and it's kind of understandable.
I mean, I know whenever the Anunnaki come back that you will be ready. You will have the bars of gold for them. You will present it to them, and you will become a god yourself.
You ain't trying to buy any silver? You don't think that you should at least have...
Dude, I have silver.
I
I've
know.
shown you're a fucking scumbag. You're a dirty scumbag. Just because you have a problem doesn't mean I need to become a problem.
I don't think getting it graded or anything. I think you can get it graded to...
The man just wants to stack.
Yeah, that's for real. As I'm a monetary man. I'm trying to stack dollars, but not dollars. I'm trying to stack hard assets. It's very hard.
Wants genuine Troy. Gold and silver.
Well, and I'm going to bathe in it one day. I'm going to fucking fill my bathtub with silver coins.
Bathtub with silver coins. Your wife will be incredibly happy whenever she sees you doing something like this. I'm bathing myself in my silver coins.
It makes so much sense to them to manipulate silver more than gold. They're manipulating both as far as how much paper assets they have that get traded every single day. The amount of paper assets that get traded in the silver and gold space is 10x times the amount of actual gold and silver that's held in the vaults. The reason that they can do it is because they're just trading paper, and the only way that you can actually take delivery of these assets is 10,000 units at a time. Like, these contracts sell for 10,000 ounces at a time. 10,000 ounces of gold, 10,000 ounces of silver, and you have to take them all at once. But these big institutions trade and manipulate and short the price of gold and silver because they have a bunch of dollars, but they don't actually have the hard assets. They need to keep the price suppressed because it doesn't show any incentive to the population to get into it because the price has been suppressed for so long. Why would anyone want to get into it because it's been shorted for so long? They've manipulated it. It's not making any gains, and only the real stackers who understand the value and are just like, all right, fuck, one day there is going to be an end game, so I need to keep buying it while it's low. Like, it's going to be slow and then all at once. It's going to inflate. You've seen inflation in the 8-10% range, maybe even more than that some years. But that is going to be slow, and then it's going to be hundreds of percent at a time, and it's going to completely crash, and we're going to lose all confidence in it completely. It's going to be Bitcoin and gold. And I don't know what civilization is going to be whenever that happens, but it's going to be not good. The Postal Service will
It's going to be Bitcoin and gold. That is what he said.
The Postal Service is going to get pretty backed up with mail. Let's just say that.
I don't think you're going to have to worry about delivering mail. If it dissolves into Bitcoin and gold, I think you'll get a day off.
But that is the end game. That is where it's eventually going to end. All fiat currencies.
It's gold and silver. It's bullets and weapons. It's food and water. Dylan's a hard resource man.
I'm trying to stack food as well. I'm trying to have canned food on me at all times. I'm ready for it.
He has a can of Bush's baked beans 24/7.
You do got to replace them like every 5 years or some shit, though.
Yeah, no, canned goods aren't the greatest.
But what are you gonna do?
It's better than nothing.
Yeah,
certainly better than nothing.
What are you gonna do? I'll be able to kill shit over time. I've already thought all this out. I'll be able to kill a deer on my property.
You got a rifle and everything.
Yeah, I'm ready. Folks, it's happening.
You have every self-defense weapon except a handgun.
Yeah, I do want a handgun. That would be good. You definitely need one if you don't have one.
It just blows my mind that you have every other weapon other than a fucking handgun.
I think it's because I'm cheap.
It's because your house is your fortress.
I think it's because I'm cheap. I don't even...
You should just sling the shotty over your back whenever you go out.
Dude, I fucked up a raccoon. My shotgun's only been shot one time, and I destroyed a raccoon who was messing with my cats. That's the last time he messed with my cats that day.
They do that. They certainly do fuck up raccoons.
The fuck up of... Now, I can't even say what I was going to say. Folks!
Whoa!
I just want to pause it and say what I was going to say. All right, we got sidetracked after I told him my funny that I'm not allowed to say on the pod. But he wanted me to play Dark Souls, and that game, I understand where That game seems like it would be more fun than those games where I see streamers play where they're running up a hill over and over again trying to bring a ball up a hill or shit like that, where they're trying to like go up this obstacle course over and over again. And if you fall, then you have to restart completely, and it takes them hours and hours and hours. I don't see how people play games like that. I could see the appeal in Dark Souls a lot more, where it's like hard and you're getting that sense of accomplishment. But in games where you're just dragging a ball up a giant hill, or
I mean, that shit's just retarded.
That game,
that's just stupid as fuck.
The people play those games where they're just going up an obstacle course really high, and then whenever you fall, you have to restart, and it's like a very depressing moment whenever you fall. But like, there's 10,000 people watching that also. It's like, this sounds like an old man complaining about people watching people play video games, but like, how are 10,000 people watching people play those games?
It's the anticipation of the fall, Dylan. You just wouldn't get it.
I guess I don't get it. I also have tried to get into Twitch multiple times. I've downloaded and deleted that app because I just can't ever find anything I want to watch at all. I actually did watch it a little bit in high school, but just every once in a while. I never got into it at all.
Never once been into streaming once ever.
I feel like I've watched GTA videos. Did you ever watch YouTube videos of people playing video games? Because I was big into that for a while.
I mean, obviously YouTube videos of people playing video games, but never like streaming shit.
Minecraft and GTA, I watched a lot of YouTube videos on that shit. I think a lot of people did too, because that was getting millions of views at the time. And then,
yeah, dude, it was a blast. Whenever you were a kid, fuck yeah.
A couple of the Minecrafters that I watched ended up being pedophiles.
Well, they are around a lot of kids all the time.
That happens every once in a while, you know. You fucking think you know a guy.
Right. It's Chuck E. Cheese at your local fucking... Who knows?
Who would have thought the Minecraft guy with a high-pitched voice like children?
Yeah, I don't know. The strange Minecraft twink? Who would have thought he liked kids? Fuck.
Pedophilia is bad, guys. Hot take here.
It's a new hot take from Going Postal. A little something from us. Folks, there's no reason to drag this on. I mean, we got our second strike. This is Chill Sesh 3. We're washed up. We're pushed to the brink. But we're unbreakable. We are unfaltered. We are still here.
Probably.
Imagine if you had one bullet and you shot the man and he just stood there, unfazed.
Probably on X. By the time you're hearing this, it's probably on X. You probably haven't even heard this on YouTube. By the time this content has actually gotten out to you,
it's on the newer, better streaming platform.
Yeah, well, I'm fully getting into X now. I've never downloaded Twitter once.
Elon is making it the next YouTube.
I'm going all in.
Nazi YouTube. That's where we're going.
This is big. Is Nick Fuentes on X, or is he kicked off of that?
I'm sure he's on X.
I feel like he's kicked off of everything. So if he's actually on X, that would surprise me.
We'll see if we'll find Nick Fuentes. Hold up, you keep talking to the people. I'll find Nick Fuentes.
Nick Fuentes is just very aggressively dropping N-bombs every single opportunity he can, and hard R's as well. He's literally the last person I've found.
It's very acceptable for him as well, surprisingly enough. He really doesn't get that much shit for it.
I mean, he has people showing up to his house that he's like having to... Did he pepper spray some woman? Yeah, Nick Fuentes pepper sprayed some woman that showed up to his house and rang his doorbell. And then as soon as he opened the door, he just pepper sprayed. Wow, he is...
America First, Christ is King is his bio.
And he has a lot of followers on X. I did not know that X... I mean, I guess it's free speech now, but I didn't realize they were going like that.
He has a picture of J.D. Vance in his feed. Here you go, Dylan. This is where we're moving to.
Maybe Elon's Hitler salute is making more sense now that I think about it. But I don't think Nick Fuentes... Okay, I don't even want to say... I don't want to back up anything he's saying.
He's not going to back up anything Nick Fuentes says.
doesn't seem that crazy on some points. I just wanted to say he doesn't seem like he's that like.
He certainly is a bit of a goofball.
He understands what he's doing. He understands that he's being like
Right.
provocative.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. He's making a comedy podcast.
I don't think he's actually a racist. Like
No,
he's
probably not.
If any group walks up to him, if any person walks up to him, he treats them all the same, but he will talk shit about any group.
It's stereotypes. Come on,
Yeah.
folks. There's nothing wrong with a good stereotype.